Okay. Welcome, Hippo lovers, to Nomad Battlegrounds. Best of 5 here in the semi-finals of the loser bracket. On the one side, we will have AM with MBL and Nicov fighting off against SY, Vivi and Mr. Yo. The loser will take 4th place. The winner can still win the tournament and needs to fight off through the Finns and the Team Secret guys. We will take a look into game number 1. It was a draft. Civilizations will be switched for game number 2 here. And oh god, okay, we have some drama here. Oh, okay. So it was him attacking another villager before 4 minutes. Oh, interesting. Let me see. Let me read the chat again. Why not? You can't kill it. Sorry. Okay, but he can. So MBL now going for the quick walls, running into the TC, and 11 HP on that one, 1 HP, and I heard another villager dying. What happened here? That was 2. Oh, MBL forgot about that villager here. Killed one at the same time. What a weird start. And no food under the TC. Not queued up a fishing ship. This is just a weird start for MBL. Now trying to go for that sheep. Oh, goddy. This guy in this tournament. Oh. Well, on the other side, Vivi, even with losing a villager, probably with a better start here. What happened, man? And okay, now he got a boar, but still no wood for the real use of the dock start. We have Mr. Yo docking in the top, but being somewhat in the showers here. As a beautiful spot when it comes to food. In the very top north is Nicov, who already started to wall quite early here. And well, guy in the center will be MBL. Kind of feels like Yo or Nicov will really win the whole game. MBL and Vivi, probably the guys with the lower pop here, and will have a tough time pacing the over and over and coming to V1s. Going for some walls here as well. Where is the dock? Here over at the right hand side for Vivi. We can see a fishing ship. Oh, way better for now for the SY guys. And I would say maybe a bit better food. Even though no real boss around TC. Makes it a bit tricky to get up, even with Malians. Oh, Yo helping out with some walls now as well. Interesting. And quick wall won't really finish. Well, he's doing something. If he walls that and is then getting help from the villager over here from Yo, which would be like the sickest team play, but that's an option. And Frickler finishing nearly the pyramid. Congratulations. I'm trying to fight down the palisade walls here. We cannot really do much. And it's now running away. Next boar over here from Mr. Yo. And I believe he will have a pretty solid start. All those boars, still some deer left. And oh, funnily enough, all players are docking more towards the north or east side. And maybe if Yo redocks here in the south, he could have the nice opportunity to have uncontested fish. MBL getting fully walled in. Well, let's see about that. That's still open. And it looks a bit like Vivi didn't really scout yet. Oh, look at that. He thinks that's all water. But actually, there's a passing here. And MBL is now walling himself even. Oh, that's interesting. Vivi even scouting that area. Wants to know where the fish is and wants to react then. Maybe wanted to see where he can build his second dock as well. Same time, Mr. Yo with the 12-5 uptime and well, that amount of villagers on food. It looks like that will be some water play. Let me see. He's sending another villager over there. Has one over here. Maybe that will be a very fast uptiming and then some fire galleys. killing all the fish here. I believe there's why, guys, in a small advantage here, simply having the faster uptime. But Nicov following with 1339, and he is still some villagers. Oh god, triple deering. Obviously not the greatest scenario for our Argentinian guy. Yeah, I think he's walled indeed. But he's not, right? Did the fishing ship scout anything? No, not really. Just ran around in that area. Still no scouting at that side. Oh, walling in that villager. MbL. The quick moves here. Quite a lot of kills. Already losing 3 villagers here in the early game. But only 2 real kills. Remember that MbL lost his villager very early on here. Nicov now with the second dog himself. Oh, actually, even the third one. Interesting. Okay. And at the same time, fire galley at the top. And now 2 dogs over here. Water will be super contested, as we see in most Nomad games here. That fish, not the greatest for Mr. Yo. Maybe now only 1546 uptime. At the same time, MbL in a world of trouble, not really having any real food. Some deer here, and well, that fishing ship should be cancelled. No, that's another loss. 75 wood. I don't really see them dropping off properly. MbL now clicked up, so the timing's there so much later. And I heard something shoot from distance, but those were probably the villagers here for the deer indeed. And well, now Nicov trying to fight this off. At the same time, nice push over here from Mr. Yo. So overall, Yo with the faster uptime doing quite a lot of damage against our Berber here in the green chunks. Some random sheep spread around, even some random villagers spread around as well. And now trying to micro this back. Oh, demo of Nicov. Shouldn't really go for one fire galley though. What's the plan of MbL? He is on stone as well. Oh, sneaked 4 villagers out. Interesting. Not the greatest efficiency here with the villagers on gold, but the fight is mainly on water here, and it feels like Nicov doing a reasonable job of defending the fish of MbL, who still has 4 left. So I was wrong by saying that 75 of the wood was wasted before. Let's take a look. Maybe another engagement here. Demo is getting a reasonable hit against one, well, damaging the other one with 20 HP there as well. So, well, somewhat of an even trade, I would say. Nicov playing it a bit better. We take a look what we will see here. Vivi will click up any second, but Malians, is he trying to go for Gebetos? That's something I didn't expect against the Spanish guy. Gebetos? I don't think they will perform too well against Conquistadors, microed by Mr. MbL here. Now retreating a bit further to the back, and 3 against 2. Nicov shouldn't really take those fights. Now is retreating, but a bit late. Up to Castle Edge is Vivi. MbL should be following pretty soon, even selling some stone just to get up a bit better. Usage of the market there, obviously not the best thing you ever want to do. Something he has to do. Another loss of his fishing ship here. Tricky stuff. And now this demo could maybe finish one and damage the other one heavily. Yeah, sweet move there. And well, as you can see, villager count not too great for Vivi. He's now sending villagers to the top, and he will pressure our water player Nicov here. Obviously we'll have a lot of trouble walling this off. And well, this might completely change. MbL might be the one dictating the game for the AM guys, because Nicov is going for water and will have some troubles on land. Does he see those villagers yet? No town watch there. Still fighting off on water this whole time. And Vivi indeed, +1 defense for infantry. Where will he build his castle, and it will be over here. Spot that I don't like too much, because the Tibetans will get trapped over and over again. The dock at the site, exactly what we wanted. Maybe another dock over here would be lovely as well. This area is still pretty contested. Nicov with a reasonable amount of fish, as you can see, 6 here, but 13 still around for Mr. Vivi. So being down in villagers isn't really the worst thing for him. Take a look at the resources here. Yo with 100 food. Nicov already up to castle age, so doesn't really fear of losing his TC there. Oh, but we'll lose one villager. And now the attack starting here. That will be tricky to defend. Let's see, can the demo get one good shot off? And yes, he did. Good move for him. Some more quick walls here. The watchtower and some stone gates. Trying to defend this all off. Trying to save the villagers as well. And well, I think this will be a solid defense. Should not lose his TC against early mangonel aggression. And well, that means MbL will get his castle up uncontested and can go for conquistadors. So yo, now with the dock that I wanted to see a bit earlier. Finally, all the fishes going down. Nicov still in a solid position here though. Although he's fighting against two somewhat. Some torpedoes going down against the TC fire there. Let's take a look. What does Vivi really see? Sees the TC, only knows that, well, Nicov has to be here, but no real vision of all his resources. The great sufficiency with all his villagers. And now the water fight continues. We can see Nicov still fighting off with Fire Galley, although he's in castle age, so couldn't really afford the upgrade here, as we can see in his resources. And therefore Yo just continues to fight, and that could mean we will see a lot of those fishing ships dying. And look at that, only one Fire Galley left here. This will get pretty tricky for Nicov, who was absolutely relying on this very spot here. And well, attack over here continues. Let's see, maybe mangonel against mangonel micro could be something that helps Nicov out, and even losing that demo without really doing any damage. Not the greatest spot for him. Pushes now coming in. Let's see where we will see conquistadors. I heard them. Oh yeah. Going for Mr. Yo, who's still only feudal age. So Yo will have some losses here as well. Hi guys. Yeah, Yo, he has enough resources, but didn't have the second building, as it seems. Has the market, now has the blacksmith, and we'll get this tower up, but pooah, Mr. Yo, some real problems. But we missed that attack, so one mangonel down, and I don't really see a dead mangonel on the other side. So Nicov in some troubles here. Yo now up to castle age. Let's take a look how mangonel against mangonel number 2 will go. That seems like a 1-for-none trade here in Nikov's favor this time. Remember, the Tibetos are doing melee damage, so only 5 hits against the mangonel and it's dead. Getting the defensive tower up. Seems like he is fine. And yeah, that was just too hurtful here that Vivi didn't scout that earlier. And Yo just relied on his small palisade walls. Now moving out with some more villagers. Obviously exposing himself over there again. But well, we'll be fine for now. We see that MbL has no vision of that. Conquistadors in the meanwhile clearing up all the mangonels. Or at least one. And now the problem is, that's something I said earlier, the battles against conquistadors shouldn't be really the best fight. Koreans that boring to watch? Yes. Just mass towers. And well, Just a one strategy civilization. I feel like Koreans need another bonus though. That is away from towers. Oh god, that was a lot of kills there. Like 5-6 villager kills and a monk without any losses. I feel those conquistadors are doing a great job, and we have to question the choice of the Geppettos, which are now coming in. One down, and oh god, what was he thinking here? If we're building some more farms, maybe Yo can still make something happen. Water control, we have 0 fishing ship to 24, so that's pretty sweet for them. But what are the Geppettos really doing? Well, Nicov is cornered and has no control over any gold spots. So that's somewhat good for our players from China. But those conquistadors, too deadly in the hands of MBL here, will get another kill. Defensive siege workshop and the monk push, but that will get tricky. Numbers of conquistadors already quite high. And you can see a single monk won't really do much. You need to wait for, I would say, 6 till 8 to really have an efficient chance of trading. Where's the monk Vululu mod? Whoa. Wrong channel. I asked MBL if he wanted to do it on stream during NAC, but he said he doesn't like it anymore. Oh, that maybe he was too shy to repeat that. Another monk going down, man. This is just so brutal. MBL just kill after kill. Now a barracks. What does he really want to do there? Another mangonel. But soon Nicov, I believe, with all that stone, could go for a castle and defensive castle. Maybe over here. Protect his gold spot quite nicely. We have, well, some conversions. MBL was going around, so that was 3 conquistadors. And the problem was that MBL split all his army off. Still 8 over here. And he is up to 67 villagers, so nice lead for him. Still have 30 fishing ship though on the side of the SY guys. And that's the only reason why they're still leading in points. Everything else is a bit better for the AM guys, if you ask me. Mangonels, can they get some shots off? Oh, still a nice harassment in that area. Gold income is still existent. And look at those 3 TCs. MBL, he's just going crazy. Accepting that he will lose this one. That puts him up to 5 TCs. 3 of them on stone. That's quite a lot. Conquistadors split themselves off, and well, we have some raids. Oh, and now he's going for the full surround, going in with the conquistadors at the front, conquistadors at the back. Didn't really get the greatest kills off, and dodging some mangonel shots, losing everything at the front, moving back there, and in the back, well, they're still fighting off against old friends and eating more conversions here. Not the greatest stuff for MBL, losing yet another conquistador and another one. And we see another conversion attempt. Let's take a look if that will complete. Indeed it will. And that went pretty bad for MBL. He was in such a beautiful spot to raid over and over again. But, well, 2-3 bad engagements. A lot of conversions against the conquistadors. And suddenly, it's not looking too great for them anymore. Maybe a defensive castle can do something. Uh-oh, but that could be some losses. Has some conquistadors to protect against the mangonels. Is getting some kills in. So that was a good start for them. But still, conquistadors, they should place themselves around here. No. Okay, castle will go up. All good in the hood. And NBG should get the kill here. Now towering himself up is Nicov. Actually, just putting an outpost. Adversity for him. At the moment, he can't really do much in this game, right? Oh, weird. Isador's trying to find another opening. But Mr. Yo already waiting, anticipating that. I think he shouldn't really defend with the conquistadors directly. I think he should wait for Mr. Yo to come in. Nicov, now with the resources to click up to Imperial Age. But he does wheelbarrow first. need to finish university as it seems. And murder holds. Now that's interesting. Why would he go for murder holds in that spot? Don't really understand that. Vivi up as well. Let's take a look at the resources of Mr. Yo. He can click up any second. MbL, very far away from that though. He is going for TC number 6, if I saw that correctly. Yeah. Finally something more towards the gold. And another castle. Oh, will get denied by all the conquistadors. Very little upgrades here. Murder holds to stop the battles, diving traps under the castle. Well, he doesn't even have a castle yet, so not sure if that's how it works. Oh, the battles! Oh, got it. NbL is doing such a great job microing there, and well, that castle won't go up with those villagers. What is he thinking? Oh god, and he's just sitting in bed, not even building the castle. Oh, yeah. Okay, but still, Mr. Yo has a beautiful spot here. Oh, blocking all that gold. And NbL has no idea, doesn't really have the macro at the moment. And wow, that's just too brutal. Block printing for Mr. Yo as well, giving him +3 range for his monks. And then conversions can start even earlier here. Vivi now switching on to cavaliers as it seems. No, camels. Okay. Shouldn't really send in 2 camels on their own. Now some more villagers running into their death. Oh, that's so bad. That's so bad. But I believe the most important thing really is the engagement over at the side here of NbL with that castle and the traps. They should just clean house, I believe. Some more conversions, some more camels. What is Nicov going for? Chemistry now. Bombard cannons, as it seems. Oh no, traps. Start off. Oh, interesting. Oh, look at that, Mr. Yo. All the redox in the world. They have all the water control over here. Look at that. 44 fishing ship. And 0. That's just pushing the eco so much, and that's why they had the solid imp timings here. NbL will lose 1 castle. Still has 1, but no bloodlines there, so slowly but surely they aren't getting up to their full potential. We'll see. Another castle. Nicov still kind of cornered, but can kind of start the trap war here. Oh, and more conversions again. Boy, this is just so ugly for NbL to fight. Take a look. Where is he researching Imperial? Oh, I just thought, where's he researching Imperial Age? But the answer is nowhere. Another castle here. Boy, NbL really in some troubles. So many villagers need to go back here. He has 92, but oh, feels like 30 of them running somewhere. Now going for a stable here as well. Funny, he wants to go for conquistadors. Trap war starts, but that's somewhat good for Vivi. Having still the full stranglehold put on to Nicov. And look at that amount of conquistadors of Mr. Yo here. He is the Malay player, guys. He is not the Spanish player. He converted all of those. And oh, he will just continue building traps, going for full aggression and husbandry switch. So that will, I believe, be the switch into light cav even. Yeah, scouts are coming. Getting a casual boar here at the 45-minute mark, and I believe this looks good for our Chinese players. Bombard cannons indeed now. Traps are coming over, trying to get the fight off, but that will get tricky. And I don't think that we saw redemption from Vivi earlier. No, we did not. Trying to focus down that castle, but that was in range of those bombard cannons. Let me take a look if we can see you and snipe. No, only against the camel archer. Bombard cannon needs to micro. Oh, getting 1 kill in here. Bombard cannon now of Vivi as well. The house trying to block maybe some potential camels, trying to go for the snipe. Rampage out, trying to go for some rage, and those Conquistadors just killing everything from MBL. Pop 103 for them. Look at that. Both around Pop 100. The VNS or the SY guys with 150 for both of them, and the aggression continues here. Yeah, now we have Camel Archers, but still, that bloodlines for them. Would be surprised if we have husbandry, even some conversions against them now. Yeah, they perform reasonably well against heavy camels here, especially under 3 castles. So, is that enough? They need the pushback, because MBL surely is dying here. We'll try to go for some raids against that, but won't really happen this game, because we saw the GG, and this is 1-0 for our Chinese team, consisting of Yo and Vivi. Interesting stuff. MBL and Nicov really haven't proven to be the top tier contenders to win this tournament. And Yo and Vivi obviously here in game number 1, not the end of the series, so we will play it for way longer, but yeah, I believe MBL maybe should have caught the reset here. Maybe he got a bit confused by all that villager attacking. They continued there, he got the kill, but his map was just too bad. Then he was slow. Nicov kind of fought on, or got attacked on land, fought on water to buy time for MBL. Then he got some raids in, but both players going mass monks, out-countered MBL and won them the game. $18k food there for Vivi. Everyone else around the 11k mark. Look at that feudal age timing. It's just MBL playing a straight FC, 21 minutes. Okay, I'll get some sugar water for myself. And then we'll be back with game number 2 here, MBL and Nicov against Yo and Vivi. What could MBL have done against monks in this situation? Defensive towers are always good against bonk rush. He had the eco advantage at that point. I think they need to contest more on water as well. Ooh, there was still some water left. They needed to contest water more, I believe. Light cap would have been an option, but I think he didn't have the eco for that. So defensive towers probably. Yeah. Scouts, well, I believe you need to have like 35 farmers to have a good defense against a double monk rush there. Shrip swap indeed. Oh, did you see how I fixed my green screen? So I will do it every time from now on. Does the apartment feel very quiet after NSC? Yeah, somewhat, yeah. Music too loud? Well, I only had it in between games. Will be better now. Sorry, my friend. Is it time for ice cold adult beverages? No. I'm trying to get like super fit at the moment. like doing heavy workouts every day and trying to eat like now with green screen it will be tough, but like the mass vegetable stuffy yeah, so at the moment probably won't drink alcohol for quite some time. Want to get that 6-pack rolling. Pop! Okay guys, then we will jump into game number 2 here. Now we have the civilization switched, as we said several times, and NBL will play the melee, and we have Mr. Yo playing Berbers. In the center is also Vivi, and more to the left here is Nicov, but also all players kind of close together, I have to say here. Take a look at that. I can fit those two TCs in one screen, and on the other side I can fit those two TCs on one screen. So that will be some aggression for sure, and that would be sick if someone has good stone spots and go for a tower rush here. Well, some stone in the back here for Nicov. At the other side, MBL. Well, no real stone for him. Need to go for that one probably. On the other side, Yo, just in the perfect spot with direct stone for himself. And Vivi, close gold, close stone as well. That could be a good spot for him as well. And when will you skip your sugar water? And that's no real sugar water. I always drink the diet versions.
NAC2 hype, nearly hype kappa.
NAC2 hype. Thanks, Flo. And yeah, so no real sugar water for me. I just call it that. Did you return the PCs you bought for NAC? Yes, I did. So nearly will need 2 cameras to have enough space for his shoulders. Or I'm cropping them at the right and left hand side as well. So I think it will still be fine. Uh-oh, Mr. Yo could lose a villager here. We'll run into 2 volleys, and that's just it here. Influenza's balance patch. Wouldn't that be great? Hopefully I'll be able to talk more at the next NAC meet and greet. What do you mean, Snowcona? Why couldn't you talk a lot this time? I'm so happy with someone uploading a map pack that I really liked the other day on AoE Zone. I think like most of my tournaments in the future could include maps from him. Oh, sadly I forgot the name, but I responded on AoE Zone, and it's also linked on Reddit. Did it cost a lot to borrow those PCs from the store? I didn't borrow. I bought them and then returned them. So in the end, it cost me nothing. But the problem is, like, I might not be allowed to ever do that again. But yeah, if you know any computer companies that are interested in sponsoring a tournament that will have 10k viewers, contact me. And we are going for some wall off here, but only in that center area. Still needs to go for stone. It's kind of like borrow. Well, they didn't know that I would only borrow, right? It's not really like borrowing, no. If you borrow, it's more like you say, okay, I will return it. And this was like, yeah, buying and then returning it. And I didn't know that I could give it back either. Yeah. Nearly host a SC2 tournament? No. I will let Take do that. He's doing a way better job than I ever could. 10k? Don't you think so? Guys? That 10k viewers is realistic for an SC2? It was an horror to get beaten by you at the kicker table. Mostly standing around, introvert. Yeah, it happens to the best of us. And I probably didn't see you. I saw some people standing at the side and tried to get to them and try to yeah, integrate. And that's why I also did like all the name tags for the meet and greet, so that people could maybe somehow get in touch. I know like the meet and greet in Cologne, we had the football thingy, and one person came there, played football, didn't talk to anyone, and then just instantly left. Without even changing, showering, or anything. That was... And I tried to scream after him to ask if everything was okay, but he couldn't see me anymore. And I didn't want to, like, run out on the street like, in my undies. Oh, another villager going down here. We already had the kill earlier against Mr. Yo. And now, well, Nicov losing one this way. It was an honor. Okay. Have you talked to the Rock Beans? They had quite a nice setup over there. Yeah, I did. They don't have any extra supplies. They use everything they have. Seriously, what if they would have not accepted the return? Well, then I tried to sell them for 200 euros on eBay. Or would have probably raffled them on stream. Like, would sign them and then would have... Yeah. Maybe put all my Age of Empires Rex on them that I ever played or something like that and try to sell them for the price that I bought them at. Or maybe I would have lost some. Would have helped. Okay, let's take a focus on what we really see. Dock placement. Vivi in the top, Nicov in the left hand side, now with the second dock. In the south we have Yo and MbL, even with 2 docks here. He is on the way to Feudal Age, so is Vivi already arrived in the Feudal Age. Oh, this is only Nicov. And he will go for stable and water. So that's going to be interesting. Flow. Well, that would not have happened. How does it feel to be own on Earth with the viewer numbers? What? Down on Earth? What? Don't really get that question. Like we're at 6.7k last finals. And that was during World Cup. My channel will be bigger. So I think I try to collect money. I will promise 10k. Or not promise. I will promise 7k. And we're not streaming means he's playing this for real. I think so. I think that makes a difference. I think he will only play this one match and then will leave. That's why he's not streaming. And Nicov was late as well. So you don't really want to start the stream and then have your teammate not show up. We see way less towers than I expected. Let's take a look at Mr. Yo. He is playing this fast castle. So I thought it would be like a 4-player tower fest with all the distances we had. But at the moment, Nicov the only one going for it. Oh, Vivi saw it and is now trying to go for some attack. Shouldn't really work against the scouts that he doesn't see yet. One not really helping out. One villager will go down for sure. And with a good micro, could have gotten 2. I think he meant current viewer numbers. Ah, well, starting 1 hour after the Viper obviously is tough. Then NBL is streaming at the same time. So honestly, at that time, like during the day, Viper and Mem streaming, I think like half a year ago I had like 60 viewers at that time, and no one chatting. Only like 60 people that have 3 streams open to support. It's not lag, it is a restart, guys. So, or not the restart, it is a drop, probably. And we will just return. Situation is that AM guys are a bit ahead in villager count. We have some skirmishes on water, but we'll really return into the game after the restore is launched. And NBL Nicov lost. NBL was quite pissed and rage-rooted. What? They didn't play too well. LB10 and me played them as well. And we felt like we could have beaten them. I think if LB10 has a good day, we will beat them. I'm happy to stream for 200 people, guys. Honestly. I started this in like 2004 and was excited that like it wasn't really streaming, like it was doing audio podcast, right? And I was excited that 10 people listened to it and actually commented on what I did. That was just like sick. I'm giving other people entertainment by doing what I love. And yeah, now I'm close to making a living out of it, so it's even sicker. 200 people is way easier to mod as well, yeah. That's so true. Yeah. Well, you increased the... you deserve to increase viewer numbers. Thanks. Great event and really like your development as a streamer over the past years. And it will be better at the end of the year when I will finally lose my bracer, right? There's no day on YouTube where someone is... Oh, there's... Yeah. There's no day on YouTube where no one is complaining about my lisp or my pronunciation of stuff. So hopefully that will... Yeah, nearly unchained. Oh, that's so true. Oh, that's a good one, Pete. Oh, yeah. So, okay, we will have... Finally, some towers of Mr. Yo. Trying to go for that wood line and this one. So a tricky move here. And NBL, well, he's warning himself quite tightly. Maybe up to Castle Edge as well. We obviously skipped 1.5 minutes there. Not much we can do with the normal delay. And now that tower is going up as well. And that's a pickle for NBL. Now move into that one, but that's somewhat open as well. Some defense here, and Vivi, let's take a look. Can he go for the castle? Not yet. Might even need to build another defensive tower here to defend off that aggression. Fishing ship still active. Fishing ship count, as you can see, somewhat even here, but still some skirmishes. Tough to follow everything. Most likely this aggression over here will be the most interesting thing. Will we maybe see the castle directly before the defensive tower? We see some juggling with the resources here. Did sell some wood and food and now bought some stone. Let's take a look. And where is he building that castle? Oh, that's an interesting one. Why would he ever build it into the already existing tower? I think 1 or 2 tiles away would have been better. And now those villagers, well, offering that one as a, well, weird move. So 1 down, needs to garrison quite a bit of them. Well, but now the 5 villagers are running and the tower isn't doing too much anymore. Still having the fishing ship is beautiful for him. At the same time, MBL sufficiency decreased a bit on that side, but still somewhat active over here. And I'm not even sure, does Yo know about the dock at this side? No, he does not. So look at that MBL even walling the villager here that built the outpost. He now died against the tower. Conquistador's out. And Nicov, well, he is not castled yet. 500 food here, 200 gold. And, well, sitting behind house walls at some point. Is that even open? No, it's not. Oh, but that's open. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. Master spotter nearly. That's open for conquistadors. Obviously, he's just running into like a tower in TC, so it won't be the worst thing ever. Huh. All the time I thought nearly just had a lisp. I think I also have a lisp, but it doesn't really make sense to go to doctor now and try to fix the lisp if, well, it will change everything when I lose my bracer. Oh, I heard demos. I have no idea where. Maybe one here? No real idea. Fishing ship count? MBL at 11. The others at 7. But not the greatest efficiency here. You mean this isn't your natural voice? Well, it somewhat is. Actually, well, my voice, it's... If you lose your bracer, you have less range and attack. Going for the sick jokes here. Oh, sweet positioning here. We'll get the monk, we'll get the conquistador that was already converted. And MBL, well, that will be tricky for him. Trying to get that TC up. Could even be one shot further, if you ask me. Just to push those congs a bit earlier away. Same time, scouts around. What can they really do? Going for some harassments, but not having the greatest upgrades means they could be somewhat fought. On Mangonel. And maybe a castle over here. Pressuring that area could be pretty ugly for MBL again. Siege workshop. And we see some camera production now. Out of Nicov. Against the conquistadors that are still somewhat active. Monks now trying to go for some conversions. Will try to snag another villager. But except one loss and one conversion against him at the same time. Now camels without any upgrades. Will get 2 hit by the conquistadors. Let's take a look how he's doing this. No, Nicov needs to retreat. Won't really have too much. Vivi, what is he going for? Mangonel or Ram? At this side. Both are kind of fine, I believe. Spearman out to defend against the scouts. Let's take a look if he can do what he was paid for. And yes, he does. With the help of the TC, getting some kills here. The castle will go up. Do we see a Mangonel from MBL? No, at the other side. So the castle will go up. Wow, here's the game. Not muted nearly. Best cast. What? Who would mute the game? It's probably a mistake by whoever you're coming from. But welcome. Uh-oh, and Vivi coming in, and wow, that's just ugly that he didn't get that tower. And all of a sudden, well, MBL might lose his 2 TCs here. Mangonel is active. The castle is doing some damage. And that's just a brutal composition here. Conquistador, Camel Archer. They're so mobile, so much damage output with raiding there. A little bit tricky. MBL trying to run away, trying to go for Sanctity. That's still open. Towers obviously helping out. And mass camels won't do too much either. Tricky situation for MBL, who is now even losing some part of his fishing ship as well. Something he really was relying on. Mr. Yo even with the redock, and that's what I said. That's kind of the difference that we saw in game number 1, where at some point the SYs simply got the water control, and that was it. And AM didn't contest it from there on. Not happening this time. Husbandry trying to chase down conquistadors, but honestly he actually wants to just run away. This castle of Vivi kind of indicates that I thought I would start to think about getting onto Imperial Age here, but want to see only, maybe even double conquistadors. Most deadly army composition in the game. Conquistadors and more conquistadors. MbL migrating towards his second base here. Getting some healing on the way, just passing those monks. And now some ramps here. That doesn't really make sense, in my opinion. Conquistadors not too happy that they can't get more damage dealt here. Hey, Mr. Light 508. Okay, NBL losing his starting TC now. Still a lot of fire galley. Let's take a look. Oh, going for a lot of demos. That could be tricky for NBL. Where is he trying to defend this? Oh, we'll get another raid, and Yo just so active with this. So ugly for NBL. Losing that one's 15 food, 14 food. Not really. And well, that just continues. Staying annoying there on the water. And that's a strong army against Conquistadors. Vivi, still far away from Imperial Age. Still only 1 TC for him. Now going for a second dog. That's kind of interesting to me. And some fire galley. What do we see Yo going for? At the moment, not really a lot of military from him. 8 at the moment. And that's even some fire galley. And he has 1 Cav archer, 3 ship, 2 siege units, 2 infantry. So an interesting mix, won't really do too much. NBL with the defensive castle here. Villagers better for our AM guys. Fish, somewhat non-existent. NBL somewhat ahead. Kind of weird how much we've seen the water being contested and that we have never seen in game number 1 or 2. Someone was going for fast fires. On the fire ship. So fire galley. Conversions now from range. I believe Nicov should react in time here indeed. Needs to retreat. Doesn't really want to get the conversions against him. Score. Somewhat close, I believe. Have we seen a reasonable imp timing here by Vivi? And indeed we will. That will get dicey for Nicov. Let's take a look here. Well, he will click up at a reasonable time as well. And then he will have 2 castles close together. Oh, we'll click up in the next minute as well. At the same time, NBL will click up as well. I believe the trap war should probably go in favor of the AM guys. Earlier uptiming now by NBL. Having that lay advantage, just too ridiculous. Conquistadors will run around, but will run into conversions and castles. So, well, no real damage from him. Quite some time. Oh, could get some snacks. Think he could have stayed there, did some damage till the conversion started, but well, he just wants to keep all of them alive, apparently. And he's going for some scouts. And look at that! Nicov actually scouting the top of the map with some sheep here. Wants to see how much booming there's happening and maybe if he could snipe some villagers there building a TC or something. Oh, and indeed, that's exactly what's happening. What a move, guys. The scouting sheep there doing the scouting. And we'll deny 2 of those villagers. But Vivi now quick watch that and we'll get the TC up. So no biggie there. Wheelbarrow by Nicov. Something that NBL absolutely hates of him, that he's always doing it that late. And well, Zero Empires and I aren't impressed either. I'm going for block printing. Four TCs, 3 TCs, by Mr. Yo, and not the greatest farm eco over here, I would say. Now the trap war starts. To see some bombard cannons as well. I believe in those wars pretty good. And you can see Vivi realizing, oh yeah, bombard cannons are nice. Maybe build a university. Oh, that's a ballsy castle, I want to say. 5 monks around, but well, 7 friends are coming over, so let's see about that. And oh, we see Vivi just going back. He actually getting 3 conversions against him. That was pretty nicely done by NBL there. Super quick conversions here, it seems. Do Malay get redemption? I believe they don't. Malians have it, Spanish have it, and Berbers I have no idea either. I believe they have it as well. Malay does? Okay. Okay, and I'm back. Sorry, guys. Okay, we have the push continuing now. Trap against trap war here. Magnus could do some wonders. Nicov going for chemistry. And, well, I want to see those bombard cannons flying in. And, well, those Malian universities also pretty sweet for him. And that's just a big problem, right? It was 3 castles, now 4 castles against only 2 castles working. Trap production always going in favor of the AMs. Nice team play there as well. And now the monks even going forward. Maybe they wanted to get some conversions against the traps there. Obviously can't convert from distance, but the Gebettos are doing a beautiful job splitting themselves off. We'll get 1 trap. Magnots are trying to come over for some revenge, but uh-oh, won't happen. And now going back. This looks good for AM, I have to say. Gebettos, they are dying against only 1 single shot of Magnets, but obviously doing a lot of damage against those Magnets as well. Well, was reasonable for Nicov here for sure. Did get 2 Magnets and only lost 1 Gebetto, so that was totally fine. Let's take a look here. Trap number 3 going down. Trap number 4 is getting focused down as well. The castle is down, and that kind of means Vivi, without really production of the units he wants to go for. Defensive tower by him now, no real stone. He's trying to run at the top here, but that's more for Boomin. We didn't see a lot from Mr. Yo for quite some time. He has 2 castles. He's going for elite skirmishers. I believe janitors are the way better option in that spot. But, why would he go for skirmishers against that army? Huh, tricky. Maybe didn't have the eco for light calf and wanted to have a counter against the monks. Will make it tricky for sure. Yo even selling some stone. Did have enough for another castle and opted to not go for it. Kind of interesting. Yo skirms and not camel archers, yeah. I'm surprised as well. Now going for some traps. Not like he has the best eco ever. I believe that's the spot where you need to go for 4 TCs. Oh, letting Vivi die here horribly. Well, Vivi now migrating compared to what MBL did earlier. But he is helping out quite nicely. All the traps, some monks as well. Nicov now going for heavy camel, and look at that, all those villagers here. Well, they tried to go for some dwarves there, that seems. Oh, and now, well, they're booming quite nicely on that map. Another university attempt here from Vivi. Did already have one, but knows that it could die any second there against the traps. Another castle attempt here from MBL. Gebetto's trying to protect. I believe he could have stayed there and just built the castle a bit longer. Uh-oh, 300 HP there. And I believe, well, castle got cancelled, so that's not the problem. Poah. Okay, now the time where Mr. Yo needs to do major damage and needs to clear up this whole area with all the traps. Trying to kill the castles here, maybe all the stables as well. But at the moment, not a lot of firepower coming from him. No cannon guns as well there. Not cannon guns, bombard cannons. Will be tricky. Camels doing a beautiful job of clearing up all those conquistadors together with the Geppettos there. Really tough to micro there for Mr. Vivi. And now 2 monasteries from... yeah. Our Chinese player here in the blue trunks. To me, this looks like the 1-1, although the score is still somewhat even. It is just Yo who needs to do something major here. Coinage. Interesting that he's going for that. And he's himself only a pop 150. Oh no, didn't move far enough. This bombard cannon. Oh god, and loses 2 of them. That's just so ugly for him. Loses so much of his pushing potential. Those 2 bombard cannons, a trap there as well. All units that should have been way better protected. And now Vivi here going just ham with all his witches. Look at that, 40 food! I'm not sure if I ever saw that. Yeah, by really watching it directly. For Rimba. Now for Nicov, really wants to go for the damage output on his heavy camels. And well, the trap might not even go down. We hear a lot of conversions, but not really too important. Tries to buy himself some more time with the stone walls here, but that's enough damage output there. Another castle as well. And well, those will just need to run now, trying to go for another house. This castle, meanwhile, of NBL is going up, so the monks didn't get the greatest... or did get some conversions in, but I believe the castle will go up nonetheless. Yo! Where is his army? Finally, he's at elite camel archers, but still missing bloodlines. And not enough siege to really clear up all those castles. Pop 155 for him, his teammate at 46. He needs to win the game on his own. Vivi still fleeing with more and more villages. Scums don't kill anything. Somewhat agreed. 7+6 attack. Casting now coming in. And Yo going for banking. Nicov going for banking as well. So the 2 high pop guys trying to sling their low pop friends. NBL with a switch onto infantry here. Does he have barracks? No. So that will be Karambit spam apparently. Which won't be too great against that mass amount of elite camel archers. But maybe good to get a lot of control. Am I hearing it raining? That would be lovely. I think I hear rain. Could also be wind. Let me see. Oh yeah. Checked my phone. It's raining. And we continue. Well, if that's not the greatest fight for Nicov. Doesn't really attack any of the camel archers, only killing skirmishers, not too important. And losing quite a lot of camels on his own. 3 traps now out. Let's take a look. It feels like Yo still has a fighting chance in this one. But that's so many monks as well, so... tough. Check my phone, it's raining. Yeah, what else should I do? Should have... stand up and leave the casting desk. Just to get so tribal info. Nicov, the big gold sling here. Towards NBL. Now the camel archers are coming or going back. Skirmishers still in the front, trying to focus down the monkers. Another castle here. Triangle go next. What is that NBL attitude? Seems like FP is turning off and on again. Wasn't that the big problem for Nicov during Battle of Africa? I believe so, right? Lucky you have 2 police helicopters flying above the place where I live, so I can't open my window. Oh, I was living next to a police station for 8 years, so I know the trouble. They say, Yo, still fighting this quite nicely. Remembers me of a Mongols game that he played on Regicide Fortress, where he got pushed heavily, but just had the perfect control and always, yeah, made it happen to fight off with great efficiency and great micro. At the moment, looks a bit like he could be repeating this. Oh, but that's ugly now. Need Karambits here. And Vivi, well, where is he running? Okay, walling all that off. I believe that makes a lot of sense, but well, Nicov is too aware of that, so that won't really happen. Camel archers, and losing the traps was so hurtful as well. Again, taking a lot of wind out of his sails. How much gold does Yo still have? He has one spot here, and going for that one. That should probably be it, right? Yeah. Two somewhat rateable spots here as well. Don't have endless amounts of it. On the other side, well, we have all the control of Vivi now gone over those gold and stone spots, so AM won't really have any troubles with that. As I said, Karambits, on those numbers, they don't do anything. More monks going down. Wow, Yo is still fighting. Pop 170 for him on the other side, while we have 120 and 170. The problem is still Vivi would only pop 30 and will lose another TC here. Did he really save any villagers? Oh no, he did not. Uh-oh. This one is kind of one of his last villagers. He does not have any villagers here in the south. Well, those two, why is he building houses? That makes no sense. He needs to get TCs up, defensive TCs. Uh-oh, I fear a bit for Vivi. Oh, look at that, even building a transport here, trying to save some villagers. Maybe he is going around here, then opens this area, will try to get a TC up. Going for some pikeman defense. It's not really it. And, well, those two villagers are getting TC up, so he won't get defeated. Pwah. Camel archers against the rest of the world. Did you see what MbL wrote? He wrote, keep trying or go next. Implying that they already won. And that he wanted to win, obviously. Military count now 40 against, well, a solid 90. Yo against AM. Think another stone gate behind here won't really hurt him too much. Try to see how he's trying to engage this. Can easily, obviously, snag some units and then go back. That's just the beauty of this unit. That's what he's doing now, but needs to go back a bit more. He'll take the hill, and now the Karambits are going in. Let's take a look. Is he trying to take the engagement against the Camel Archers, or is he trying to go for the raid? At the moment, it seems like Camel Archers is what he's trying to go for. The castle from behind still doing quite some damage here as well. Will try to reposition himself. Nice positioning here. Closer with the hill advantage and close to the woodline, but he sees he cannot hold this off. 2 against 1. Vivi died too quickly here, and well, Yo just took too much time. Didn't have the greatest fight there against MbL on water. He did the nice push over here. Vivi then against the double castle trap push, though no chance, or double person triple castle trap push. Just died, and Yo took too much time to really come over and help him out, and that pushed us from a best of 5 1-0 lead into the best of 5 1-1, basically making it a best of 3 from here on. And we won't have any mirrors anymore, I believe. So we'll take a look into that pretty quickly. KD, not the greatest for Vivi. 67th building lost, and Yo did sling Vivi quite a bit there, trying to get him up, but Was a bit too late there. Game number 3 will be the choice of Chinese, Persian, Maya, Spanish, Malians, and Italians. So kind of Malians plus Mayans, maybe? Whoa! So weird, the green screen. I need to see what I can do there. Okay, I feel like I have top 4 out of 5 players among them and secret in terms of individual skills lately. But strategic and experience probably make secret better. How would you rank players from AM and secret 1 to 9? Well, Viper number 1. Jordan number 9. And Chinese maybe it's Slam number 8. Leary number 2. No. Well, Leary number 2. Nicov number 3. Yeah, I only should rate AM and secret, guys. Oh god, I need to write that down, right? Makes a bit more sense. So, 1 Viper, 2 Leary, 3 Nicov, 9 Jordan, 8 Slam, 7 Doubt, 6 NBL, 5 Cello, 4 Hard. Something like that. Maybe Teddo over Hard. Switch Hard and NBL. Makes total sense as well. Kind of tough for me. I can see putting Hard lower as well. Hard is sick. All 9 of them are sick. So I'll close 4 to 8. I think so as well, yeah. Outlaws first game in ACL. 1 best of 3 series. Congratulations. Probably slower and uglier than HD version. Do wrong can help me. There's a big support for Wobbly issues. Wobbly tech support can help you. It's raining, man. Hallelujah. I can see the reasoning for seeding Hard lower there. Will I have enough time for a toilet break? Probably. I don't really need to go. But I feel like we have a 70-minute game coming. Yeah. So, quick zippy. and then quick pissy. That's fine with you guys. Oh, spectator already started, so I will be quick. I love summer rain. And yeah, guys, we didn't miss anything. Double TC close by, and therefore they went for the admin restart. How would you rank all the Chinese players? Do you mean all the Chinese players only with themselves, or compared to the world? Nice hair. Thanks. I did have it in the other direction now. I always had it like this way, so you can see like deep into there. And now I'm going for the other side. I think that's a bit better for my webcam face. Brackets are still from NAC. You can see them over here. In big. Remove. How is it called? Remove. No. Remove comment. Brackets. Remove comment. Brackets. Remove comment bracket. No such comments. Okay. Oh my god. Oh god, the drama is real, guys. I didn't look at civilizations, but NBG saying Nicov misclicked Mayans with Malians. Only themselves. Oh god, that will be interesting. So one is Yo, second is Vivi. I will need a list, right? Oh, third is probably Tim. Let me see, I will just go 1v1 rating, right? We have someone is Paladin, we have some point Stray Dog. I don't even know Xiao Fan before I played him. Xiao Fan. And we have, well, 4 has to be CL. Happy. And 5 is... Oh, Lux probably. 5 should be Lux. Then probably 6 is Xiao Fan. 7 Paladin. 8 Stray Dog, something like that. What am I missing? Jinghua has to be behind Xiao Fan at the moment, right? So that's Jinghua. And then Paladin is 8. Are you the best German player? No, Jordan is better. So something like that. Ah. He's better than DM, yeah, but that doesn't count too much. Okay, this will be a restart, guys. Let's find out what happened. Oh god, they picked Mayans twice. Oh, they're so dumb, man. Oh, goddy. So, double Mayans, 4 AM. And after they had Malians in the game before, I believe. Oh, goddy. Grow an eye. They are so bad. So Chow Fan. Got up to 2.4k. Who did I play then? Did I not play Chow Fan? Thought so. But he's now frantic. But he played for SY, right? Weird. Yeah, that's it. Well, what can I say? Nicov really should use TeamSpeak more often, even if you don't want to. Typing only just doesn't work. Well, they are in TeamSpeak. They didn't type at all in between games. He hasn't played for SY yet. He might in a few months anyways. Yeah, let's see about that. Let me check. Who did I play against then? Escape Champions League. Qualification. SY against NC. And it was... I didn't play against Joffrey. I played against Joffrey, okay. Oh goddy, didn't even remember that. Oh. Okay, and I played against Joffrey. Thought it was Chow Fan. Oh, I was expecting Chow Fan or something. I'm questioning why was there no Norway team in SYNC, yeah. It was 4v4 and they didn't have a good force player. Sletten was about to come back when it was 3v3, but they only have 2 real players. In the 3v3 tournament they could have been deadly. Well, Nicov doesn't feel super comfortable in English. That's why we never had him co-cast. That's why he wasn't on Talk of the Empire. That's why he teamed up with Tedo in all the early escape tournaments. Tedo wasn't very good at English before either. Look at him now. But he had a completely different confidence when it comes to it. And, well, that's worth more in some ways. Okay, let's finally jump into game number 3 and I can show you some normal villager movement. So we have NbL playing Mayans. We have Mr. Nicov playing Malians. And we have Vivi with Spanish. And Mr. Yo with Mayans here. And, well, that's some close TC here for sure. And spawning in 2 boars against one guy who is having no food at all. He's trying to come over with some sheep, but NbL is even stealing them, and maybe Yo might... not really. Oh golly. Well, that will be tricky for Nicov, I think. How many restarts are there? I believe that's a spot for a restart. Finally gameplay? Oh, I don't think so. I don't think so, my friend. Ay. Shooting the board with Richards and TC, and I feel like Nicov will call a restart here. Indeed, he will. Not much time wasted, so it will be one restart taken each. Let's just trash talk some more. What else do we want to know out of my life, guys? Maybe some questions. I love to play Teutons. My best friends always plays Britons against me on Black Forest. How can I finally beat him? Those kind of questions. Tinder still going strong? Not that strong. I cooked an entire meal while waiting for this game to start. Okay. Cool story. Who are the love of your life? Mayans or Britons? Or something else? Love of my life, and you're giving me the options: Mayans, Britons, or something else. Or someone else. Well, what is that question? Nearly think, yeah, honestly. Who are the love of your life? Malians or Britons or someone else? What? Someone else. I hope we'll let that slide. How did you sabotage Doubt in NAC? He would have won, man. It wasn't me, it was himself. Who would win, one ram-sized wolf or one wolf-sized ram? One ram-sized wolf. Yeah, pretty sure. What do you think about that civ they are picking? I understand Spanish is really good, but Malay seems better. Well, Italian seems better as well. Malian seems better. It is quite surprising to me. Probably because Spanish dictated the last two games, they might have that still in their head. Start the game already. Okay. How much you each from... Oh, guys, why is this a day where everyone is using Google Translate? How much you earn from Twitch, you probably mean, right? I'm obviously not allowed to speak about that. But at the moment, I have like 500 subs. Probably in a month, I will have like 300 subs. And I have an average viewer count of maybe 200. So, yeah, you have to do the math on your own. Teutons or Spanish flank on Arabia? Good question. Because I'm such a good, nice team player, I probably will say Spanish. But Teutons... are probably a bit stronger. That's toughy. Spanish flank isn't the greatest. No. How much in percent of the money will get Twitch and PayPal? Well, depending on the contract, like from all my subs, Twitch will get 50 to, I don't know what's the best, is like 10%. And PayPal gets only from donations. And they get like 5% of all my donations. And Twitch, maybe Twitch gets some as well from donations. I'm not 100% sure about that. I think I will get roughly like, maybe each of them will take 2.5%. Teutons are a strong pocket. Yeah, if you always have gold, they're pretty nice. The biggest problem with students is that they don't have husbandry and... Oh. Some friendly. They're walking here. Who's the love of your life? Well, probably my ex-girlfriend, right? Yeah. Not in love with her anymore, but probably was never more in love than with her. I guess seed trams, but it takes what? Robo. Oh, the sheep actually blocking the villager there. Oh god! He blocked his own villager twice there and then did not go for the house block. Oh god, MBL fail here. Oi, 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 oi. Thought it was shine. Okay, now he's going for the sheep block against the boar. Oh god, he got it. Laming himself, yeah, indeed. Oh. Good that he's playing without without streaming and staying super focused. I believe that's the second time, right? In the Spanish game, he lost a villager as well there. Oh god. Nicov talking the top together with MbL. We have Vivi still trying to find a spot. Yo. Very far away here in the south. So all in all, donations are financially better for you than subscribing. Yeah. Well, the thing is, like, if you subscribe, my channel gets bigger in general, right? I have more emotes, so other people might be more inclined to sub as well. And if you see like mass amount of people spamming nice hippo emotes, other people might feel like, oh god, I want to spam them as well. I better subscribe quickly. So, like, if like 10 people are subbing, maybe it influences another 5 people to sub, for example. But percentage-wise, if you think like one person wants to invest $5 and wants to give me the most amount of money, then donation is obviously better, yeah. I see I'm only sub for nearly high, nearly DE, and nearly math. Oh, those are the good ones, right? Nearly your boy, I like as well. Nearly energy. Pretty sweet now as well. I even have like 2 or 3 more spots that we didn't fill yet after NAC. Because I obviously just jumped from, well, like 200 subs to 530 or something. Nearly salt is sweet as well, yeah. We used that one so nicely when I did the cooking streams. Huh, what is Nicov axing there? Does he think that's the landlock? Oh yeah, he scouted quite a bit. Probably saying that the landlock is there. It indeed is. With the somewhat protected fish. So we won't see too much engagements there on the water. At least this time. How do you play Celts? Don't get that shift. What are they good at? Well, you're getting more wood at the start. So that's pretty sweet because wood basically, well, is the most important resource together with food. And then they have incredibly strong siege units, which are pretty good in Imperial Age. So that's just sweet for you. Better eco and faster infantry. Somewhat helps out as well. Why is he not trying to take a fight with the hill? Like that one would have been the perfect spot if you ask me. Oh. Can I lock the play in-game? Yeah. Like who's, let me take a look who's host. It is NBL. If you lock the in-game, it will look this way. So it shows you most of the clicks, but not every click. So it's better to actually watch the stream of the players. I believe this game, Nicov and NBL aren't streaming. The Chinese obviously are streaming, but yeah. Maybe for other tournaments, you might want to take a look into the point of view of the players. NBL streamed the last match? Okay. Oh, no thunderstorm in the back. Oh, I don't like that second dock here. That's really not necessary. Just having 2 more fishing ship is probably better. Doesn't increase his efficiency too much there. Let's take a look. 3 players on the way to feudal age. We have Mr. Yo a bit late here. For some more fish here as well. Interesting that Nicov isn't really going for a second dock yet. NBL stays on 1 as well. I believe this will be a lot of transition into Castle Age. So we will see plumed archers, conquistadors, and something that Nicov is building. Oh, and he is feudal age, so spec overlay just lied to me. Okay, that makes sense. I do Chinese stream on Yo+Vivi. Ah, Panda TV as well. Yeah. So fast castle here from Nicov. He will go full water control as it seems. What does he see? Well, he sees something blue and he probably saw something red over here. So he knows that he is far away from his enemies. At the same time, NBL does not have that much of an idea. And he is on stone here as well. Now market, blacksmith, and he's set up for a castle drop pretty soon as well. Do we see, yeah, Vivi on stone and Yo on stone, so that will be pretty relaxed. Nicov with the 1730 castle age timing here. Quite a solid one. And that's the power of the Malians. And as you see so far, I have to watch all the VODs again. You should, my friend. Today I uploaded... what was that? Playoff game number 2. So... yeah, I don't want to spoil it too much for everyone who maybe needs to catch up, but... yeah. Amazing games, amazing casting, and one of the most fun times I ever had. Thanks so much. Oh, Nicov with a double dock at that side, so he's going up to 4. Wants to go for full water aggression. Interesting. Still quite open at home. Needs to get 2 TCs up if you ask me. Obviously can build them quite cheaply. So the quadruple dock kind of surprises me. Yo, still with heavy fish here as well. 14 fishing ship to 20. And Yo should be able to defend that. Oh, don't tell me someone wants to get a pyramid done here. I will block that. Sorry for no game sound. Well, then I will just squeeze in if someone blocks. So see here, you always want to block between like the 4th and the 5th layer. To just really rub it in his face. The sweetest thing is when he still spams the last emote afterwards. And you know how much you gave it in his face. Ah, the beauty of the pyramid denial. Now a lumber camp. Set up a TC. Interesting. Just a massive fire galley action. And Vivi will probably lose all this. But now it's up to Castle Age as well. And yeah, we should see a lot of drops. All those castles. That's still open. Kind of a weird wall. To wall this. Huh. Oh, and war galley defense from Vivi. But that's not going to work. Already heavily outnumbered here. Nicov microing that back quite nicely as well. But Mr. Yo still going ham with his production. 13 fishing ship for him. Whole AM. Has only 12. Temperature it is in Hamburg. It was 34 earlier today, but now it rains, so can't really say. Weird castle placement by MbL. Don't you think so, guys? How would you ever build it here? just a weird spot. Okay. Well, it is what it is. One demo could get a kill here, but doesn't really want to sacrifice himself there. Okay, well in the end he probably did want to do that. At least he did it. Yo coming around. What is he going for? Still only one defensive castle. What is his villager? What are his villagers doing? What's the plan of Mr. Yo here? That's just super weird. Does he not have any gold? Oh, he has that one. Huh. Okay, aggressive siege workshop here, and well, what did Vivi see? Well, that's someone in the face of Nicov, who won't get up that monastery. It's now getting raided, and again, we see the power of conquistadors. Let's see how Nicov will try to defend this. Has the water control for now, but well, not the greatest fishing ship numbers and greatest efficiency there. Well, that's a Settlers TC. Like the board game, the Settlers, right? On one spot and you have direct access to gold, berries, wood, water. Just so pretty. How can I watch the play in-game? Well, go on Woobly and go into the tournament lobby. There we are. It's not played on Steam, my friend. Oh, some monk defense here. Gets one conversion done. Running into the TC. Still one monk with the conversion task. So could maybe finish his conversion here. And Vivi didn't really get the damage done. I know I'm behind, but just got done finishing up the final Rex of NAC. Thank you so much for all your work. That amazing. Thanks. Oh, Plumed Archers now of Mr. Yo coming around. NBL. Well, he didn't really see that, although the villagers moved. But that was just because that stone pile just finished. We'll lose too. But that's somewhat fine for him. Archers continuing to run around Botkin Arrow now for NBL. Tries to defend. Fish Blooms. Conquistadors still doing the damage, but honestly, I don't really see anyone going for major damage. Oh, sneak around with the Plumed Archers here. And that's somewhat of a team wall, right? Castle's protecting at spots where it's open. Well, they still could just go for the jump there. Uh-oh, that looks like another aggressive castle to me. 660 stone. Mangonel against Mangonel. Where are we building that castle? And well, that's not really going to work, my friend. Well, and NBL with the perfect castle placement to defend that one off. And 1 HP. Okay. 40 HP, 30 HP. The castle could go. Oh, cancelled. Oh god, 20 HP there. That could have been so sick. And well, he did cancel in time, so all good there. And Mangonel trade 1-for-1 is fine as well. Castle again deleted, and he's getting pushed back. And well, that didn't go too well for Vivi. And Nicov and NBL in a good spot at the moment. Still a lot of Plumed Archers here in the back. Even the villagers sneaked, and Plumed Archer landing as well. So NBL in some troubles here for sure. But well, that just cost Vivi so much time, and couldn't really go for the double conks he wanted to. Okay, now it's NBL's time to run into a castle. The villager just died there. Oh no, going back with the ram in the same group. Oh yeah. That was just ugly. Really moved back there. Plumed Archers not doing what they want to. That attack just horribly failed. If you want to go for an aggressive castle, you have to have army control or know that your enemy is out of position with all his army. That was just somewhat of a blind idea. Maybe over here, knowing that he just killed the mangonel could have been an option. But even then, I feel like he maybe underproduced Conquistadors, or maybe lost a bit too much. Didn't really request the help of Mr. Yo. This could have been an option. If Mr. Yo had all his 20 plume dodges that are somewhat in the back here, around at the front, they might have had the chance of getting that aggressive castle up. Banish the unlucky Civ this series. Feels a bit like it, right? Oh, and now he goes for the chicken castle. Ay, ay, ay. Wow, okay. Yo lost all his water. In the meanwhile, Nicov going for some, so we have 9 against 0 fishing ship. Everyone has a castle except Mr. Nicov, but of all teams, castles is 2-2, so that's kind of fine. Nicov now on the way to Imperial Age. Malian Eco just too sick. All the water control in the world before that as well, and well, quadruple monastery even. Huh, the question is, what will Nicov go for? Will it be camels again? Would make some sense, and indeed it is the stable, so will be camels, most likely. Maybe you could also make an argument for cavaliers though, because we will obviously face some plume dodges. And triple conversion here, Nicov so quick with the conversions today. Really impressive stuff there. Now goes for the late wheelbarrow again. Ay, ay, ay. Even a farm at that beautiful TC. And that's even TC number 2. This is TC number 3. Okay, what is he going for? Camels or cavaliers? Give me the answer now. Bloodlines. Okay. NbL, where's the second castle? Oh, facing this one here. Mr. Yo lost 3 villagers apparently. Now getting some gold slung to click up. NbL, does he have no gold income at the moment? He does. And he has a market as well. Okay, that's kind of weird. Going for more plumes now. Thing is, Yo will be up to him a solid minute earlier. Oh, that's a fight Yo can't really take, especially because it's under the castle fire as well. And those were some losses for sure. What did he kill? Like 3 and lost like 5, I would say? Huh. You think Nicov is top 2 in the world? I'm sure he's top 3. He or Leary has to be number 2. Again, more conversions here, and it is indeed Cavaliers, because we're facing the plume dodgers, and Cavaliers perform so much better against plume dodgers compared to camels. Sneaky mangonel attack here from the back, something NbL didn't really see coming, but obviously he can easily get cleared up by a single knight coming over. He's even sending 3. A good teammate, a good friend that he is. More Monka ass from Nicov, going for some more aggression through the center here. And the problem is, Vivi, let's take a look at his resources. 200 food, 200 gold, super far away from reaching Imperial Age here. And A28B, thank you so much. Nilly hi and Nilly love to you as well.
Nilly he Nilly love.
And well, now the traps are starting, I think. Maybe a stone gate would have been better here. Did I just see a trade card? No. Okay. Oh, first castle going down. Population just brutal, look at that. Combined 220 to combined 155. Well, NbL still not really the tax for him, but soon Bracer will kick in, and then he can take so much more efficient fights against all the Conquistadors, against all the plume dodgers as well. Gorgo Otter with his Search Prime. Cheers, mate. Traps are now coming over 4 even. And Nicov even going for light cav, goes for the full tech there. Yo with the university. All those traps at the moment. Can't really find the opening. Mass Monk defense by Vivi, trying to convert the Mass Cavaliers, but won't really happen. You see beautifully switching the sides because Brundatis will perform so well against all the Monks, and Cavaliers can do the damage against the traps over here. Mr. Yo in some trouble, so those Cavaliers can easily clear up all the 4 traps, and then it would be lights out anyways. But that's why we're resigned before that. 2-1 for our Aftermath players, winning the Pixiv match. So, water control clearly won by Nicov, just having the better civilization there. Instant castle is there, 1740. And, well, Mr. Yo and Vivi couldn't really get onto that fast timing, and then lost water control. MbL with the solid defense there, Plume against Plume. Nicov just running them over. That's the power of the Malians, guys. That's why you pick the strong civilizations. Because they are good. KD isn't that impressive. But the eco will really show you. And this big sling there, pushing MbL towards Imperial Age as well. All timings pretty quickly there, and well, that's 7 conversions. Okay, so that's not the sickest thing ever. Getting us into game number 4, which is Malay and Chinese. Next map, MbL Chinese BBT, potentially. Didn't solo cast. Oh god, in quite some time. I believe my last solo cast was probably AM against Tyrant. One of the best games we've ever witnessed, obviously. Game number 3 there. And that was after like 98 hours of streaming in midweek before. And then probably didn't solo cast for 3 weeks or something. Maybe I had some during NAC. I did have some during NAC. Yeah, I will take that back. Ask Viper if you don't want to solo cast. It's fine. Like, he doesn't really need to jump in. Isn't he casting with Taro anyways? Or is Taro casting in Spanish? That the Tyrant 3-0? Yeah. Thanks for the spoiler. But what is serious, guys? Hallelujah. Let me just take a look at my YouTube. Answer some comments over there. Because we just have the upload of MbL vs Taro there. No one said anything. So I'll just give myself an upvote. And then instantly leave. Yeah. Tato en español. Co-cast with Memp. That's something we will do more in the future as well, I believe. Yeah. AM was a secret in round 1 ECL 4v4. Well, it is like 14 tournaments, right? Small ones. So it will just get switched around and they will play them most likely twice. So they have to face each other in one first round. Just feels weird that it's that early, but well, it has happened at some point, right? NBL playing Malay and Nicov with the Chinese. So remember, Malay also have kind of hours. On the other side, we have Vivi playing the Chinese here, and Yo as the Malay over here. Could get tricky. I don't really see too much food from Mr. Yo here. Well, some deer, some sheep. That could be unfortunate for him. On the other side, Nicov with 3 boars around. Uh-oh, some troubles for sure. And here we have... oh, close distance as well. That feels like 2 1v1s that will happen. And, well, Vivi has the boar advantage here. NBL... no food at all. Well, 2 deer. Uh-oh, guys. Prediction for me. It's just 2 Chinese players destroying 2 Malay players. When is ECL 4v4? Well, this weekend it is the 1v1 final, right? And then I believe it should be 3v3s, right? Don't you think so? Because it's 1v1s and 3v3s in one pack, and 2v2s and 4v4s in another one. So I feel like 4v4 should be... I will look it up for you. NBL. NBL. Okay, sweet stuff. But 1 ball stolen. That was pretty important for NBL, that he got 1 there. Sweet move for him. He's getting a lot of sheep and 2 deer. I believe NBL will be okay-ish. On the other side, Yo could have some more troubles. And let me see, ECL... Age of Empires, Escape, Champions League, or something like that, right? AoE zone. I actually want to go to the normal Age of Empires site. Stages. And yeah, we are in Europe now. So, oh no, it's 1v1 and 4v4 together. Ah, but that will change in the future. Interesting. So 4v4 will be streamed on the 11th and 18th of August. So now we are end of July. So it is indeed in 3 and 4 weeks. Or like 2.5 and 3.5 weeks. We have 1 villager down for Vivi here. And that's kind of weird because he is starting this with Chinese. So shouldn't really have any losses there. No 3v3 in phase 1. Yeah, but that was surprising to me because most of the time it's 1v1s and 3v3s together. And the first 2 weeks it's not. But from then on it is. Interesting. NBL needs to go up fast and rush Vivi. Well, he has stone. So that's good for him. But going up fast will be tricky. Dog for him. Where's the blue dog? Only now going for it. Chinese. Well, sometimes you want to send 2 villagers to some sawfish and finish the TC with 4 villagers and then instantly start with villager production. And that obviously delays your dog quite heavily. So that's what happened here. Nicov, he's housed apparently. I want to prevent that. One more fishing ship for him. Goes for boar number 2. I saw that number 3 apparently. Okay. Oh, we have 1 lying under here. Okay. Oh, and Nicov and Yo both trying to go for walls here. Something like that. They just kissing each other. Oh god. Someone sending a villager. Yes, Nicov is. So he is trying to get the kill there. But Yo obviously just runs back. Nothing biggie happening there. And the full wall-in against NBL here. Pwah. He needs to free himself with towers. How much food does he have? 240. Should he maybe start skipping villagers? Not really. And he will build a mill over there. Bah, ugly spot for him. Has enough access to gold in the back though, so that won't be a problem. Oh. Okay, Nicov really sure where the CC is, and we can play chat off. Summer walls, so at the moment, 1 villager loss on each side, and both very close together. That's why Nomad is all about luck. You have bad start, you are GG. I'm not a big fan of Nomad in a competitive setting as well. But, well, if someone decides to put $1,000 into the prize pool for like 2 months tournament, people will play it. And if top players are playing it, I'm getting some interest as well. Nicov now up. But moving away from wood, so that is archer and water? Something like that, or only water. Oh, interesting. Sending a villager around. At the other side, MBL just clicked up as well. Oh, will be interesting. Oh, Nicov going for some laming. 14 HP on her. Huh, even pushing that deer further away. Sweet move. Okay, and MBL? He just goes for water. Oh, goddy. That will get interesting. And we have Vivi going for the tower rush. Oh god, I think MBL will be in trouble. Well, he has defensive stone, right? And he can defend all that. But it will get tricky for sure. Vivi now sends some villagers on gold. That's actually 2 tiles away. Right? Yep. So, shouldn't really go for that. Huh. Best of what? Always take the title, my friend. Or the scoreboard, I mean. Now walls against walls. Seems like both players want to go for water. We see additional dogs over here from Mr. Yo as well. Maybe a third one over here wouldn't surprise me too much. And oh! How was that open? Well, Vivi sees it and is now sending a villager to fill that hole. Another villager to attack that villager, but won't really happen. He will finish those walls and she will look pretty dumb. Now going back. Just some weird fighting over here. And we see even a fast castle build from Vivi. Okay. So probably we'll build a castle then, and then it will get really tricky for MBL. That's something you can't really defend with the towers anymore. So water control for MBL, but castle in his face early castle age here will get really tricky. Now adding mass amount of farms, at least in the good direction. Still some fishing ship as well here, and TCs, okay, that's uncontested. Mr. Yo will go for full water, but it's not looking too great for him here. Only 2 dogs, now building the third one. Okay, so full water control for AM coming up. Let's see about the land control. We have 15% here for Vivi, 240 food for MBL, 2 villagers on stone. That feels like a castle over here. Some defensive towers trying to prevent that. We will take a close look into that. At the same time, Mr. Yo, 130 food. Nicov already with the better transition coming up. Has a lot of very efficient fish. Something we can't really say for Mr. Yo, who needs to run. Loses even the 1v1, and well, MBL will come around pretty soon as well. Maybe with some idle villagers. Let's see how he will position his castle. That's really the most important thing for now. And oh god, I confused the... No, I didn't confuse the players. Okay. That's just Nicov warning the whole map. 440 stone here, can buy 100 more. Maybe something you want to go for. Nicov buying 100 food, and he will click up to castle age now as well. Pretty solid transition here. Whew. Make it tricky. 100 food for Mr. Yo, MBL on the other side with 300. Already building the defensive tower. Gonna love that. Was he anticipating that aggressive castle? That makes it tricky for Vivi. The castle now being built. Poof, does not see the tower on the other side. MBL, he sees the car. He does not see the castle yet. And the castle will go up. Vivi going for some movement here, and that should be in range of the TC that Vivi can't see for now. But yeah, tower and castle are going up. Wow. MBL might lose his TC here. If Vivi's focusing on it. Goes for the tower first. Want to see Chukunus queued up, and I want to see some petards. Just think about petards going against that TC. I think it would be a good option. One Chukunu flying around wants to get those villagers. We'll get that stone wall. 25 HP here. Where are the petards, guys? That would be so lovely. And he should know that MBL could be up pretty soon. Furiko not the greatest though. That might be the big problem for him. Yeah, just staying on Mass Chukunu and focusing on the house first instead of the TC. We'll go up. Okay. On the other side, Nicov with the siege workshop here as well. And a stable. So Knight Mangonel, something we don't see too often. On the other side, well, Yo now going for the big stone walls. One needs to buy time. Song. Thanks. I believe Song is a Chinese 2.3k, right? Didn't really know that he streamed. And thanks for the host, my friend. We weren't friends before, but now we are. See, he's going up. He will reach Castle Age. He's getting enough stone for the defensive castle there as well. Does he maybe feel like rushing to Imp is an option? Oh, Jill Nets. An upgrade that we still don't really have in the spectator dashboard here. Well, one layer of stone walls here in Feudal Age. 900 HP there. He's Vietnamese. He's Kuritaksua, okay. Didn't know that. Canoes flying around. Defensive castle. Oi, interesting spot. Well, he might get it up, so that's good for him, right? And Vivi has no idea of seeing that castle. Yeah, well, then no chance of seeing that castle. Castle here for Yo. Feels like I am in the full control here. Gold spots are good enough for NBL here. Castle, allowing him to protect all his gold there. Needs to build another TC pretty soon if he wants to get to Imp, though. Look at that, Yo! Actually walling himself off. Buying himself quite a lot of time, losing that tower, though. Up to Castle Age there with 50%. And oh, allows 2 villagers to get the self-kill here of Nicov. Interesting stuff. Now goes for the barracks. Another stone wall. Shouldn't really go up against 4 mangonels. Well, he got it to 180 HP, so buys himself some more time for sure. TC of MBL is going down. He's putting another one, and that looks to me like, oh, another defensive castle here. Interesting. Well, that could be... Well, it shouldn't really do too much, right? Lose 1 or 2 villagers, maybe. But cannot really commit here. Mr. Vivi. Monastery. Isn't that the spot where just like 2 elephants are good enough? It's a Nico. Oh. But now you don't need to go for redemption, right? Mangots first. MBL up to Imp. We'll have a 38 timing. Interesting. He contributed to MBL again. And Yo doesn't even have enough wood to go for the repair there. And completely housed as well. Ugly spot for him, and that's why he's waiting for the Mangonel for such a long time. Some spearmen now. Nicov even building a scout, tries to see what's up. And, well, he knows what's up now. Monastery. And a siege workshop. Oh, making that villager. Meanwhile, Chukunu's trying to find better engagement spots here, but NBL, well, he has 1 TC, only 38 villagers, but 13 fishing ship at the same time. He has drill nets as well. Goes for a 3rd dock, and oh, Mr. Yo actually still has some on water. That should never have happened. And Vivi, oh, well, if Vivi is sneaking a dock through, maybe that would be sick. Killing all the fish of NBL, that would be really costly for him. Meanwhile, another friendly kill here of Nicov. Now goes for some scorpions. Let's protect against the spearmen here, as it seems. Monk's just focus on the knight, mangonel on the scorpions. Let's see if we can get that done. 1 shot, good start here. Monk is not getting the conversion into mangonels down. Let's see if the conversion... No, won't really happen. And against mangonel, villager blocks the mangonel from moving. Sweet move. NBL, now an Imperial Age. What is he doing with that though? Going for some karambit. Did go for a trap. Goes for 2 traps. Karambits, well, they need some eco behind them. Obviously they're cheap, but obviously they're also bad in low numbers. So having like 40 farmers would really be beneficial for the full karambit production at the moment. They can't do much against the Chukunus even. So they're castle rate Chukunus. So Yo won the whole water even. Didn't really realize that, but it's obviously so tough to always kill all 5 galleys and never be raided again. Chukunus coming over, trying to go for some defense here. Yo, I'm not sure how many villagers he lost. He's down to 37, so had to be some. Oh god, at the same time MBL is just clearing house here, killed 1 mangonel. Now we'll even get some more kills against the Chukunus, can go for the repair as well. And well, that's just killing all the aggression, all the threat over here. I am in a beautiful spot, and oh god, I didn't look at the point for quite some time. Chukunus dying over here. NBL and Nicov are playing this quite nicely, even redocking the center here as Nicov with 2 docks. Something we don't see too often. Either you build one very early on, or maybe later to get some transporting running. But that's a weird spot. Let's take a look. TC, could we maybe get the crazy kill here? No, not really, but we will get the kills against the Chukunus, so that's sweet for sure here. 3 HP on that one, and could we see a self-kill? No, it didn't never start the TC. And it's weird. Normally I'm not that guy who goes super crazy on that one, but felt like we already had like 3-4 of those spots this time. Chukunu micro against those mangonels. Oh god, and he still didn't get the kill. Oh god, oh god, oh god. Well, now the TC goes up. I believe maybe screws this up quite a bit. We'll get at least 1 villager kill, but we'll lose all the Chukunus here. Ugly spot for him. And Nicov, he is just playing the beautiful game. Wheelbarrow again after the im click. This guy's just crazy when it comes to those timings. Hi. Nice mangonel shots by MBL, indeed. Giving him all the defense, getting himself up to 3 TCs here. And that's quite a lot of karambits here. Didn't lose a lot. Look at that KD, 35-8 now. And maybe the guy who built the castle into the feudal age player's face never really managed to get the kills. There's another mangonel, and those Chukunus, well, they are too heavily outnumbered to really do anything. And that castle isn't buying Vivi the most of time. Yet another castle from MBL. Vivi, whoa. Oh, doesn't even need to engage here. Simply too strong of a play of Nicov again, controlling the water side, then pressuring here. MBL with a nice defense. Just felt like Vivi with his strategy did ignore water a bit too much, NBL. Then with the melee bonus, sweet move for him. And well, Jillnet's power, the early up timings, and a nice defensive play. Very calm play as well. Did get the defensive cast up at a pretty good spot. I felt like over here would be better, but actually he was right. Protecting the 2 gold spots there was a more important thing. Beautiful move. And AM, they are moving into the loser bracket finals and will face the Finns there. Will face, I believe, the Max and Release. Sweet stuff by them. 3-1, and we will take a look into the brackets again. So it indeed will be them moving on, the Max and Release, and in the finals we will have the Viper Doubt and Tedo still waiting for them. So Yo and Vivi will finish 4th over here and will get, oh god, I did copy that before. Do I still have that? No.